Hi everyone, Sarah here. It's been a minute. I think my last video was mid 2021. We moved to the current house we're in June of 2021. So I know my last FlossTube video was before that. It's been a busy 4 years. I'll do a little bit of updates. I have all kinds of stuff strewn about me. My WIPs, few purchases, couple of finishes. I haven't been just stitching a whole lot over the last 4 years. I'm really hoping that 2025 I get a little bit more back into it, which is why I'm filming this. So a little bit of updates on me. We moved to Arkansas. We were living in Missouri. We moved to Arkansas, like I said, June of 2021. I started working full-time. I'd been a stay-at-home mom slash homeschooler before that, so I started working outside the home. Opened a bookstore with my sister, closed a bookstore with my sister. Actually, our last day was December 22nd. We still have the business. We're still going to do some, like, conventions and pop-up shops and things of that nature, but for right now, at least the storefront is closed. We're hoping that with a little bit of downtime and a little bit of just that kind of loss of the overhead, we'll be in a better position to reopen in a couple of years. We'll see. But right now, we're just going to take it minute by minute. So I guess I'm going to start with my purchases. Like I said, I haven't been stitching a lot, so I don't have a whole lot of new purchases. And there is a chance that something I've pulled out here I had. And just as a word of caution, this video I will be taking things in and out of bags and unzipping and zipping. So if that bothers you, mute and put on captions or don't watch. But that's the only way I can keep any sort of semblance of organization. First purchase is Prairie Schooler Santa. I think this is 2021. I am working on collecting all of these so I can stitch them. I still haven't even finished the first one I started, so I haven't been in a huge rush. I really like this one, and I'm excited to stitch it. And there is no rhyme or reason to the order that these are in. I'm going to have to bend over a little bit to kind of put things up out of my way. Second thing is Christmas tree. I'm going to take it out of the bag because I'm assuming I'm going to get glare. This is by All Through the Night. This was on my wish list for a long time before I finally broke down and bought it. And then I do not have the fabric picked out yet for it, but I did also buy the flosses for it. It's just kind of a subtle, kind of dark green, olivey variation. Can't wait to start that one. I'm not doing a lot of starts. We'll get into my plans in a little bit, but I am excited about that one eventually. Giggly Wiggly Reindeer. I'm going to try to pan that a little bit up close. And you'll notice in my WIPs, I have Giggly Wiggly Penguins. This is by the trilogy. But there was enough fabric on the other side to do another one, so I picked reindeer because I think it's cute. Okay, so this is just a piece of fabric. This is 32 count limestone. I don't know if it's just Zweigart. I guess it is. But it's just kind of a brownish greenish. I got it to do 100 Owls by Owl Forest Embroidery, which is one of their free charts. And I think this is the called for fabric. So whatever that called for fabric is, that's what this is. Another one that I am excited to start at some point. Okay. Next is Halloween at Hawker & Hollow. Everybody's familiar with this one. This was one I almost bought twice. I had put it in a cart, and then I was like, oh, wait. And I went through some order history, and I saw where I had ordered it. So, dodged a little bit of a bullet that time by not spending another $30 on a chart. No, not sure, but this might be one of my few starts this year. And this next one is definitely going to be a start. But this is I'm thinking about using as a birthday start. My birthday is in August, so it seems like a good time to start a Halloween project that's going to take me 20 years to finish. But this is going to be a today start. Today is New Year's Day 2025. Oh my goodness. Another one that a lot of y'all are familiar with. This will be my very first Mirabilia. I've not done a Nora Corbett either, so like, and I've not done lavender and lace. I've not really done any fancy ladies, so this will be a brand new experience. I'm not really drawn to many of the fancy ladies, but I do really like this one. I got the bead pack, and then I went ahead and bought a tacky bill, which I guess is similar to a tacky bob. And then the flosses. I just dropped some of it. Hopefully I don't knock anything over because I am in a pretty precarious position. These are the Karen Water Lilies. And then the fabric that I picked. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm going to lose everything. This is 32 count Gothic by Picture This Plus. Kind of see a little bit. It's mostly like dark blues and purples. So I was hoping it kind of would give me a little bit of that Northern Lights feel. And I think I've seen it stitched on dark fabric, and I like the way she pops off the dark fabric over the lighter fabric that the called for is. So this will hopefully be something I can at least stick a few stitches in before I go to bed tonight. But I wanted to get this filmed and ready to go first. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's all of my purchases. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my 2025 plans because those were a good intro into that. My plan is to start 2 new things. That can always change, but trying to limit it, at least 2 big things. I might do some small things as we go along, but so the Mirabilia Snow Queen and Hawker & Hollow by Carriage House. I feel like I should know that. Yeah, Carriage House Samplings. And so birthday start in August and New Year's Day start today. I'm so excited. Let's see. My few finishes. That is not it. That is a WIP. I don't know why that's there. Okay, I have 3 finishes. Don't know when I finished 2 of these. This one I am guessing I finished in 2021. It says, why am I backwards? Maybe I'm not. We'll see how it plays back. But there we go. And that was a magazine chart. I couldn't tell you which one. Same with this. This little colorful chameleon came out of one of those, like, one of the British cross-stitching magazines, I think. Probably both of these. And then this one I finished, like, this past summer. This took me much longer than it should have. But this is both, I think, a start and a finish since the last time. Hopefully, yeah, I didn't think to grab anything to put behind my WIP, so hopefully it's not a big thing. But yeah, so I think it's called Pew Pew Cat. It's on Daily Cross Stitch. And that will eventually get a hoop finish. But I think he's adorable. Okay, so those are my 3 finishes. Okay, yeah, I got sidetracked. Plans for 2025. So those two new starts. My biggest plan is I would like to try to finish 52 projects this year, and I know that's a reach. I do have a lot of smalls, and we'll talk about that. But probably 2/3 of what I'm looking at are pretty small. Maybe very easily accomplishable in a week if I'm like stitching like I used to. Some of them are a little bit bigger, so as I go through my WIPs, I'll maybe kind of sorting them into what I think I might want to add to the things I can get done versus things that I know I can't, versus the maybe it's worth working on these to try to finish. Not going to spend a lot of time on my full coverage this year. I think I may pick one each month of my larger projects, not just my full coverage, but I do have some other larger projects as well. That aren't going to be like a huge, I really want to get them done, but to maybe just put some stitches in them. Maybe one a month I'll pick and do a few days over the month with no pressure to try to actually get anything, unless I can use it for a challenge or something, because I am gearing up to do challenge groups and all of that again. Okay, so lofty goals, and it kind of leads up to I want to do a bunch of new starts next year, but I want a bunch of these little things not taking up my space. And a lot of them were like, well, here, we'll just go into it, because these are, this whole stack is ones that I should be able to finish. And I want to start with one that I could sit down this afternoon and finish real quick. In 2020, I'm sure a lot of you remember a bunch of designers got together and released the Be Well and Stitch kind of little mini stitch along. There were a lot of people that released freebies. And I decided at some point I was going to start one a day for a couple of weeks, I think. And a couple of them I started and finished in that same day. The rest I started and have not touched since. So you'll see basically 1 day of stitching on these next items here. So first is, and I cannot show you, there's not a picture, but you'll get most of what this looks like. This is Hello by Liz Matthews. I don't think it has a name. I just called it Let's Stay Home because that's what it says. I obviously need to finish the M and the E, and then there's a little heart in the O, and then it'll be done. So one of those things that I would just like to, should be an easy thing to just do in a, watching an episode of TV or something. Next one is another one that I cannot show because there's not a sample. It's just the chart. Home Sweet Home by Just Stitching Along. That is what I have done on that. Basically, this is going to say Home Sweet Home. There's a little bit of a border around there. Tulips around the tree, and then that's mirrored on this side. So it's another real small one. Hopefully these are all in frame. Y'all, I'm rusty. Next is Let's Stay Home. This is Satsuma Street. This is my start on that one. Be Well by Ink Circles. There's my little start on that one. Oh, I think the lighting just majorly changed. Be Well by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm going to do the one with the bluebird. And hope that it stands out a little bit better on this fabric. I do not know any of the fabrics, I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is just a green Ada. Not sure the color way or anything like that. A lot of these were just remnants that I had bought from cross-stitch stores, so I never really knew. And I didn't take the time to figure it out. Next is Be Well, Be Joyful by Loohoo Stitches. Got the basket handle. Just Stitch, Works by ABC. This is mostly black work. This one's going to be teensy tiny. There is a little bit of light shining through there. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. I'll bring it a little bit closer. Okay. Got a little bit done on that one. Kindness Always Matters by Silver Creek Samplers. And I got Kindness. And then Light by Barbara Anna. And I have the smallest of starts on this one. And in fact, I didn't have it with the cover sheet, so I wasn't even 100% sure what it was. I had to do some research on that one. But there we go. There's our couple of leaves there. And then the last one is, you know, I don't know who did this, but it was like Insta Stay Home or something like that. I'm probably not going to link a lot of stuff in the description box, but I'll try to put this. I just don't, I'm never going to get it up if I have to try to link everything. And then that's where I've got on that. Okay. So, and then my other group of smalls that I have to work on, and I think I counted between these two, I've got like 30-ish projects. But these are for Mania 1 year. I decided to start one Christmas ornament each day from this, and a very similar thing where I would do the day of stitching and really with the goal of at least putting like, you know, 5 or 10 stitches in. So some of them really have almost nothing started on them, but they're all relatively small. Like, I mean, I don't even think any of them are 100 by 100. I think most of them are in the 30, 40, 50 by that kind of range. So, again, one that I can easily stitch in a couple of knots and finish them up. So I have, and y'all, if y'all have followed me at all, y'all have seen this same tub of just Ziplocs with the smallest of starts. Like here you can see, that's my start there. I do have like little note cards that just tell me what page they're on. I gave each one a name because they don't really have names. And I can't really show you any of the patterns because they are mostly just the charts. There are some larger samplers that have like kind of the mock-up stitching on it, but most of what I'm doing is not off of those samplers. I do have a couple of projects that use those samplers, but that is, between those two things, that's probably about 30 of my 52 starts, easily done in a week each. And then my other big goal for finishes this year is to finish off as many of my Christmas presents from 2017 that I let people choose what chart they wanted me to stitch for them. I gave them like, I don't know, 5 or 6 choices, and ones that I thought I could do or that I would enjoy stitching that I thought would also work with their aesthetic. And I have finished a few. I have not fully finished anything. And that is another goal, is to once a month at least to FFO one of these as I finish them. And then I have like 3 or 4 that I have finished that I still need to FFO. So if I can just start and then give them to the recipients as I finish them, as I fully finish them, that is a goal. So first one, and this one I'll be able to give a little bit more, start to give a little bit of more information. Saguaro National Park. This is by Awesome Pattern Studio. I got this off of Etsy. Y'all, it's been a whole bunch of years since I bought any of these patterns. Like I said, these were like from 2017, maybe 2018. So it's been 6, 7 years since I bought these. I don't know if they're still available. If you go to some of my older videos, there'll be links to where I purchased them. And I hope to do a spreadsheet or something that I can link. I know a lot of people are doing that where you can kind of see, but that's what the pattern looks like. I have done some progress on this since the last floss tube I did. I've done quite a bit of progress on this one. I mean, considering that I haven't really been stitching a whole lot. But that's where I'm at on that. It's a fun stitch. I enjoy it. I was definitely glad to get out of that orange at the top, because that just felt like a lot of stitches without any color change. But down as we get, I can always pick different colors now where I'm at now. Okay, and that one is for my brother-in-law. So far, everything I'm showing are hopes to be part of those 52 finishes. This one is, what is the name of it? Sleepy Kitten. And I used to be able to rattle off all of the designers, and I do not know, and she is upside down. It's just a little kitten in a sweet little teacup. This is another magazine stitch. Like I said, this is going to be a disorganized mess. But if you have any questions about any of these, I can try to answer them if you put that in the comments as those come up. And then hopefully the next time I do a WIP parade, I'll be slightly more organized. And then I've done a little bit more on this one, but I still have. There we go. Oh my goodness. That's where we're at on that. So I've done a little bit on the teacup, I think, since the last time I showed this. That one is for my sister-in-law, my husband's sister. And this is on 28 count white Jobelin. Next is called Dragon. It is Valenti cross stitch. I think their name may have changed. I can't remember for sure. He's a ton of fun to stitch on. I do have some sort of counting error in it, but I'm just trying to make it work. I've done a little bit on this one, but not a lot. That's where I'm at on him. He stitches up super nice. That one's for my brother. Okay. This next one is, oh, I hope I have the cover page. Yeah, there we go. Cute Craft Room. This is by Fuzzy Fox Designs, another shop on Etsy. And oh, that last one was just 18 count white Aida. This is on some Aida that I hand painted. I used like acrylic paint and textile medium, I think. And then just kind of gave it a little bit of a mottled purple look. And that's where I'm at there. This is fun because you can just kind of pick one of the little items and go with it. That one is for my sister-in-law. This next one is Star Wars Dogfight. This is also Awesome Pattern Studio. This is one's got a counting error in it somewhere, so I'll show you what I'm doing here. So this is what it looks like at this point. Not quite as much. This one and the other Awesome Pattern Studio are similar in size, so I don't have quite as much on it. But yeah, somewhere up in here, I've made some sort of mistake. So I've just taken this line here, because I know this is all correct at this point. And then that way, whatever's happened, I can make sure it's fixed by the time it gets down to there, and it's not going to cause problems throughout the whole thing. And hopefully that works, because I do not want to try to go through and undo where I actually messed up and everything beyond that. So hopefully that all works out. That is for my brother. I have a large family. Next one is Night Fury Dragon Nursery Art. This one just printed in black and white, but that bib there is red, and he obviously has green eyes. This is for my sister, who has a pet cat named Toothless, and she's slightly obsessed with the books. So I thought this little chibi Toothless was pretty cute. I am going to try to do something where, like, the bib isn't there, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then, this is a new start since the last FlossTube I did. So that is where I'm at on him. I think he's adorable. Oh, and he is on, I think he's just on like an 18 count white Ada, 18 or 16 count white Ada. Oh, no, wait. He's on 28 count Monaco, because there's quarter stitches in there. That's what it is. I do remember now getting that Monaco for this project. Okay. And then, oh no, there's another one in here. This is Mushroom House. This is by Charlotte Ling, I guess. This is something that I purchased from my bobbin. So it is in Russian. But that is what that will look like. Oh, I thought I had this one noted on what the fabric is, but it is a, I think it's just a 28 count Lugana. That's my progress on that one. I still have a bunch of back stitching to do on the sections that have been stitched. I think right in here is probably about the halfway point, so I'm not quite halfway done. Again, next time I'll try to have percentages and stuff. A lot of this stuff is in Pattern Keeper, so it's real easy for me to pull that out. But like I said, I just wanted to make sure I got this filmed and up today. So next time maybe I'll do a little bit better with all of that extra info. Okay, and then next is You Can Certainly Try. This is by Veil Stitchery. This one's for my brother. Oh, that other one was for my dad, the Mushroom House one. You Can Certainly Try. I know I have worked on this one a little bit. I've got that first dragon done, and then the You Can. I've got a little bit of the tail of the second dragon. So I'm about halfway on that one. And I don't know if I said this or not. This one's for my brother. And this is on, I think I have this info. Yes. It is on 32 count Stormy Night Belfast. So I'm stitching this with the Anchor Black instead of DMC. I almost always use DMC. I do have, like I said, I bought that variegated thread and stuff, but I just haven't done a lot of stitching with variegated thread. Okay, so that is all my Christmas present. So even though some of those are bigger, those are still a goal to try to finish in 2025. The Star Wars Dogfight, I still have close to 20,000 stitches on. So that one might be a little bit of a push to get finished. But if I can get that one and the other two, so all three full coverages, the Dragon one, and the two Awesome Pattern Studios ones, are all about the same size. And I'm a little bit further along with the two that aren't the Star Wars Dogfight one. So, and those will be a push on their own, but to get the Star Wars Dogfight one, I mean, I know that trying to do 52 finishes is not necessarily likely to happen, but it feels like a good goal. And I mean, I'm still winning if I get 30 finishes or 20 finishes. I had 3 in the past 3.5 years, so I'm hoping that this is a better year for that. So, you know, right in there, I have probably close to 40-ish projects of the 52 I want to finish. So, I'm next going to show ones that are 100% not not going to be finishes this year. Most of these don't have very very large amounts of progress and are full coverage. This is King of the Jungle by Artisy. I don't think this one has like an artist on it on the cover sheet, but I think he is gorgeous. I've done some, but very little since my last time showing this. This is where I'm at. I switched from going across the page to, oh, I'm going this way though, to going diagonal. And I do think that oh, that's what it was. I was doing a column. So I think this is the full length of it. And then, I mean, it's not a huge piece. I am stitching this on, I think it's a 28 count 1/1 full crosses. Just a 28 count Lugana, I think. So that will definitely not be. I think I have 6 full coverages that I have started. I think one of them I'm going to possibly restart. I don't have a big start on it. Let me see. This one is Mini Spiny Woodland Hopper. And this is a Hade pattern. And this is artwork by Ann Stokes. I don't know if this one's still available. I think it may have retired. I know they retired a bunch of her stuff. But I love it. And I'm doing this one in like just 10 by 10 blocks. That's where I'm at on it. I love the colors in it. Obviously, I'm not very far. I'm using the bobbins to park. I really like that for this project. I don't know. Every one of my full coverage is done just a slight bit different. I guess I think it keeps it interesting. This is on a, I think this is also being stitched on a 28 count Lugana. I'm thinking that other one might be 25 count. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll try to figure that all out and be better my next time. This is and like I said, these are in no order. I think the King of the Jungle was my first one I started, but I don't think this one was super far behind it. This is Jolly Old Saint Nick. No. Just free. It was a freebie. Old Saint Nick is the name of it. I don't think it's on the site anymore. This is another Hade pattern. And this is artwork by Scott Gustafson. I am doing a cropped version of this. So it's going to be kind of cutting those deer antlers off, coming down, and just kind of framing Santa. Just to try to cut down the stitches a little bit. And that's where I'm at on him. So, yeah, I think that might be just a slight little bit of the deer antler there. And then I think I think it's going to take a good chunk of this amount. So I'm not even halfway down that page, I don't think. This is on 18 count Ada, just in white. I think that's correct. Okay. This is, I think, my newest start. At least on full coverage, but it might be my newest start. And I think this was a 2022. I had a big plan for 2022, which I never talked about on a video because I wasn't doing it. But I was going to do 13 big starts, and then 2022 just ended up being a real hard year. So I got one big start, and I got not a whole lot. But this is Orion Nebula Max Color. So I was real optimistic on this one. But it's gorgeous. And I think it's going to be a super fun stitch. I have done like 1 day's worth of stitching on it. And it is a huge piece of fabric. This is just a gray. I don't have it. But it's a, I think it's just 25 count. Just, I wanted to do gray, so because it's such dark, I didn't want white shining through. And I have to figure out where the actual start is on this. But it's here somewhere. Right there. I believe it is all 310 so far. That is my, that is my 2022 start on that piece that's going to be, like, ridiculous. But I am looking forward to getting back to this. This one I'm thinking I might switch to typewriter method on instead of doing the blocks. But right now the blocks are easy for me because it's just so much black in that top corner. Okay. That is a little bit of a mess. And then one more full coverage, and this is the one that I am considering might be a restart. Okay. I am going to have a little bit of cleanup I'm going to have to do. Oh, nope, I have 2 more full coverages. Sorry. So this is Possibility of Evolution Rainbow Max Colors. This is one that I know quite a few people have stitched. This one was one that I started for my kid on their 21st birthday, I want to say. So, and again, not a big start. I am thinking about changing over to do like an easy grid instead. That is my entire start on that one. But I mean, it's a start nonetheless, and I haven't decided for sure that I'm going to change that, but I might. I've never worked with Easy Grid, so I'm kind of curious about it, and it feels like a piece this big is a good one to do it on. And I didn't want to do it on the Orion Nebula one because I want that to have that gray background. Just so white doesn't shine through. So that might, like I said, be a restart. I only have a couple hundred stitches into it, so it wouldn't be a huge thing. And then this one, yeah, this is Summer, Mini Summer, so it's the mini chart thing. This is another one that I had a counting error in. I started this as a memorial piece for a good friend that passed away in 2019. It was pre-COVID. So I think it was right before Christmas 2019. 2018. Oh my gosh, no, it may have been 2018. Because I want to say it was like right when I got back into cross stitching. After having a little bit of a hiatus. So somewhere I had decided to just go ahead and stitch all the way across the top. And my counting was off, so I went ahead recently and frogged all of this. I think I had figured out that up to here I was good. And you can see where I frogged. And I'd like to get back to this, but that was just keeping me from doing it. So I was like, if I go ahead and frog it, then at least the next time I want to stitch it, I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, that is my full coverage. I might have some smaller full coverage things, but those are like my Haid and Artisy type patterns. I'll put these back all down in here because none of these are going to be ones that I think I can finish in 2025. And then this next one is also one that I don't think I can finish in 2025. This is The Fortunate Traveler by Teresa Winsler. I have the chart. It is somewhere. It was gifted to me. And when I was going through, it was not in my bag, so I had taken it out. I don't know why. I have like the working copy for the first page in here, and that is it. This I think may have been a start since, I don't know. I really don't even know that. But that is where I got on that. So I've got to track down the chart because I can't do more than the first page if I don't find it. So I am sure that it is in a bin. I don't know that I've worked. I mean, obviously I did all of this before we moved, I think. So I don't know. It's here somewhere. And this is on 32 count cream linen by Zweigert. So another one that I'm not going to finish this year, especially if I can't figure out where the chart is, because I'm going to have to relocate another copy of it. But I know it's here somewhere. Okay. So this one I'm going to make a couple of piles because I'm real kind of curious where I'm at. This is called Cute Baby Alien. This is Daily Cross Stitch. I used to have a subscription to them. I guess I don't anymore. But I have quite a few patterns still that I downloaded from them. This is one that I could definitely finish this year. This is on a, oh, here it is. 16 count milk chocolate Ada. I don't know, I'm guessing it doesn't say who the manufacturer is, but I'm guessing. It doesn't have the orange, so I don't know if it's Zweigert. But that is, oops, that is the back. That is the front. That's what I've got so far, little Grogu. One that I can finish this year. So I'm gonna put some of these that I'm pretty sure I can finish this year in a stack and see where I'm at. This is another one that I'll be able to finish. Oh gosh. I do not. This is another magazine stitch. This is from I just cross stitch Halloween. I have a subscription to Readly. I use Readly for a lot of my cross stitch patterns. It's called Halloween Harlequin or something like this, something like that. Again, I don't have any of the information. This is on 28 count Mushroom Lugana by Zweigert. That is my start. Yeah, next time I got to remember to bring a backing board or something, because that is a little sheer. But that is where she's at. Another one that I can finish. It's pretty tiny, so I will put that in my stack. Okay. This is a DMC freebie from their website. This was, I think, released pretty close to when the Etoile first came out. It is called, let's see, I have to look at the chart. Let's Decorate. And it's still available. I had to go print this off today so I could have a cover photo to show you. It is still available on the DMC website. Most of these things I have not worked on. I have done a lot of work on my, I say a lot. I haven't stitched a whole lot of anything, but I have done most of my stitching on those Christmas presents because that's kind of one of those things I wanted to work towards finishing. This is my start on it. This is the top. I had it showing wrong. So not a big one. And that is in a 12. I don't know that you can see the sparkle, but I think the entire pattern is a 12. So yeah, another one I should be able to finish if I were to do the stitching that I want to. This is one I'm probably not going to make any sort of priority to stitch on. I think this is Emma Congdon. It's like Sleigh Ride or something like this. This is another magazine one. I do not have my stuff together as nearly as much as I'd want to. Again, not a big start. Right there, we have some deer antlers. And it's just not a priority for me right now. I am not getting rid of it or anything like that, but it probably, I'm not making it a goal to touch everything this year. And unless I just get real close to that, I'm probably not going to pick this one up this year. This is on 28 count white Lugana Buzz White Art. So put that in with my not going to finish. Okay. This is called, I believe it's called Heart Camera. This is also daily cross stitch. It's like a little Polaroid camera with a little heart picture coming out of it. I really want to do like a photo album or something and put this on the front of it. That was my intention when I started it. But again, that's my start on it. This I think is on a 20 count maybe? I'm not even sure. I'm doing 1/1 full cross, whatever it is. I could finish it this year. I'm going to kind of put it towards like maybe, because it's not a priority and it does still have quite a bit to do. Okay, this one is going to be a priority. This is called Happy Halloween. This is another magazine cross-stitch chart that I got from Readly. This is from, I believe, another just cross-stitch Halloween. I may actually have that information sometimes. That was good. This was by, yes, Brianne Jackson. Started October 2019. Just cross-stitch Halloween 2015. And it is stitched on 14 count Ivory Ada. I have 2 of the owls finished. And then just kind of to find where the lettering is, I went ahead and I think that might be part of an A. I don't think that's a P. So I would like to finish that this year. I have a big old mess. This has been a fun stitch. Okay, another one I would like to finish this year. These go pretty quick. This is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is by Wee Little Stitches. I don't think that they're around anymore. This was an Etsy shop. I bought this a bunch of years ago. But I have, this is one that I'm stitching for my husband. I think I have, yeah, just a couple. Have 1 1/3 nights stitched. So, but they do stitch up pretty quick. You can stitch one of these in a night. Oh, and I have some stray thread. And I think I've got some Petite Treasure braid in here, so I am assuming that there's some metallics in it. Okay, so that is one I can hopefully finish. This is another one. This was, let me see. Let's see if I have anything. So this was part 1 of the Linen and Threads mystery sampler 2019. And I had every grand intention that I was going to do all of this. And then after I did this amount of it, I decided I was just going to do the peacock and be happy with it. I am stitching this, I think, 1/1 on 32 count. Some sort of linen that I just had in my stash. Little over halfway finished. I just have this other side of feathers to do. It's tedious, but I love it. So I will finish the peacock and call that good. So I could, I'm going to put this in a thing I would like to have finished this year, if at all possible. I am hoping to have a little bit more stitching time this year because I have a job now that takes a little less time out of my day, and compared to when I first moved here, and then also with the bookstore closing, that's going to give me more time to stitch as well. Okay. This is another Teresa Winsler. This was a freebie off of her website when it was still active. This is Stretch the Magic Dragon. This is the same dragon that's on the Fortunate Traveler, which I'm also working on, just in a different colorway. This is another one that I would love to have it finished this year. I don't know that it's going to be a huge priority. That is where I'm at on it. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile, but even her small patterns take a while because of the blends and all of that. And this is an older project that I've had going for a long time. So that is in a maybe pile. If I just really need one or two extras, that might be one of them. If I even get that close. Okay, this is Long Dog Sampler, the new normal. Love this one. I am not super far on it. There is my start. Got the little elephant. I am stitching this with a DMC variegated. Give me a second, I'll tell you which one. It is $42.40. So it's kind of blue to purple. Very similar to the Gothic fabric that I'm going to use for Snow Queen. This will not be finished this year. Okay. Next is Merry Christmas A to Z. This is a Leisure Arts sampler from way back in the day. This is one that I had started when I was a teenager. And then at some point I was like, if it's not an ornament, I'm not going to stitch it. So I got rid of all of my stuff that wasn't tiny, including this. And then I decided I really wanted to stitch it. So I rebought the chart and did a start on it. And I'm probably not as far as I was when I was a teenager, but I do have it started. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't think I've been doing great at telling fabrics. Just a second, I'll see if I have that info here. But there is, I've got the Angel, the Bells, and part of the Carolers. So this is, you know, an ABC sampler. I love it. It's not the fastest to stitch because, again, quarter stitches and all of that stuff that you found in those Leisure Art magazines from back in the day. It is stitched on 32 count antique white Lugana. And this is by Deborah Lambin. Not making that a priority to stitch this year either. Though I would love to have it on my wall. This is Peppermint Purple, one of the Blackwork styles. I don't know which year it was from. I would love to finish it. This is where I have got. So I think these are 1 a week stitches. So I only stitched for a little over a month, it looks like, before I put it away. But I like the way it looks. I just put it down and forgot it existed. Not a priority this year. This is like a 5 or 6 year old Sal that will still be there at some point. I do still have the chart, so I'll get to it. Uh-oh, there we go. This is another Long Dog sampler. This is the House of Peacocks. I love this piece. This was a present to me from my husband for Christmas one year, and I got so excited, and I started it right away. And this is like that familiar story where there is my start. I'm not gonna finish this year. It may not even get stitched on this year, but I am glad that I have it at least started. This is just on like a Ivory Lugana by Zweigart. I'm guessing 28 count. I don't have that info. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, we're getting there. This might be another Awesome Pattern Studio. Yes, Star Wars by Awesome Pattern Studio. This is another restart. I started this on a Ada and then realized there were way too many fractionals, so I restarted it on a 28 count Lugana, and that is where I'm at on my restart. I don't know when the last time I stitched on this was. It was a very long time ago. Again, not one that I'm gonna make a priority this year. This is I can't think of the name of the... It was a Halloween Sal. And she does one every year. And I don't have any of that info in my bag. But I'd like to work on this again. I will have to purchase the pattern. I did the daily downloads at that during 2020. I have lost all those files somehow. I think I must have saved them on my phone. And then they didn't get backed up somehow or whatever. So I've lost all of those. So I know you can go to her Etsy shop. And it's just, I just can't believe I can't think of, I just can't think of the name of the shop. But, I mean, I feel like if you go to Etsy and you Google Halloween Sal, there's a good chance you're going to come up with some of her things. But basically, there's little boxes with little icons, and she's got years worth of these. So I may even, like, really splurge and buy all of them, and then go back and stitch some of my favorite icons out of them. This is a maybe. It is definitely doable. And I may just do 13 boxes for this one. I don't know. It's weird because I stitched the 2020 thinking that I was going to get done. And I never even stitched one icon. So, but I don't know. I don't know what my plans are. But I'm going to put it in a maybe because if I decide what I want to do, it is very possibly finishable. Okay. What is this one? Okay. This is Santa's Workshop by Janlin, and that is upside down. I bought this at a craft store before my husband and I were married. We have been married 25 years this upcoming March. So this project is at least, I mean, it's probably right at 25 years old. I probably started it in January of 2020. We got married in March of 2020. And I have done very little on this since I last stitched. I'm sorry, this one is super wrinkled. That one probably could have used a good ironing. I think I got down in here, and this was just not super fun to stitch. I do love the Aurora Borealis there. I think that's super cool. But And there's a little bit of sparkle in it. So this one I do know is my oldest WIP. Because I don't have anything older than that. And that's was one that for whatever reason when I decided I was not going to do any big projects anymore, I didn't get rid of. So, still have that one. Not going to finish it this year. Not going to be a priority. Okay, this one. Oh, I don't know if I have a cover photo. Yeah, I do. This is another magazine chart. I don't have any more info than that, but it was part of a series. Oh, I do have it. It is Autumn's in the Air, designed by Faye Walsh. It is Cross Stitcher September 2019. So that's what it is. I am just doing the house and the trees and the girl with the animals. I'm not doing any of the other ones. That is not one to focus. So I'm just doing that top part. And this is what I have so far. This is 1/1, I believe, on it's either a 28 count or I think it's a 28 count, like Fiddler's Ada or Fiddler, I don't know. Some sort of speckled, something I had in my stash. This is on my list of things to finish this year. Okay, so this one, and I have a companion piece, sort of. I can show the chart with this because I basically designed this based on like antique sampler motifs, but I'll show you. This was it is. P is for peacock or peacock. I don't really have a name for it because it's just something I wanted to make for myself. It is on a 28 count antique ivory linen, and that is where I'm at. I really love how it's turning out. I have, you know what, and I don't think I have it in here, but the companion piece is, G is for Griffin, which peacocks are one of my favorite animals that there's a lot of antique sampler motifs out there for, and then Griffin is my child's favorite. So I did those two things, designed pieces. Do not know where it is. This is doable this year. I would like to have it finished. So I'm going to put that in my let's finish stack. Okay. This is one that, this is another one from Teresa Winsler's website when it was up. This is Tempest in a Teacup. I do not have a picture of it. The chart is just the chart. And it's just on a scrap piece of fabric. It's some sort of linen, probably 28 count, maybe 32. It's really loose, whatever the weave is. But that's where I'm at on him. This is his chest, so up in here is his head. And then he's sitting in a teacup, and he's really cute. I did not even realize that I had that big of a start on him. This one I am going to put in a possible maybe pile to finish. This is one that I don't have anything other than I know that it was from a magazine. And it is a monthly, like, house, I think. At least these first two are houses. These are what I have done. There's January. And there is February. So I would like to finish the other 10 months. Obviously, they're real small. I'm going to put that in things that I should be able to finish. And if I need to, I'll count it as 10 whips. But hopefully I don't have to do that. Okay, another magazine chart. I think this may also be from a just cross stitch Halloween. I can't think of the designer, but you'll recognize the style if you're familiar with the designer and know who the designer is. I'm getting some weird shadows here. Okay. like I said, next time I do a WIP parade, I'm going to try to be a little bit more organized and together. But like I said, I just really, really wanted to put this up. I am almost done with this. This is very easily attainable as a finish in a couple of nights, if not even less than that. And this is on just a 32 count white Lagana. I really thought that I had a lot of these designer names at least written in these things, but not as many as I thought. Okay, we talked about Giggly Wiggly reindeer earlier. Here's my Giggly Wiggly penguins. So, that's the chart. This is, here's the better picture. I was like, that seems wrong. Okay, this is by the Trilogy. That was the snowman on the back. That is not one that I own. So, this is stitched on some sort of linen. I think 28 count. That is my progress on it. And then, like I said, you can tell I've got enough room to put the reindeer on the other side. So that is where I'm at on it. I am maybe about a third of the way done. That is definitely one that I would like to finish, because I'd like to get started on reindeer at some point next year. Okay. This is my second oldest WIP. I know that. This is one that I started probably around 2002. I was living in St. Louis at the time. So 2002, 2003. Beautiful bird. This is a gold collection petites by Dimension. I have an error in there. I'm trying to work my way around it, which has made it a little bit slower going. That is where I am at. Definitely, you know, for a 20-plus-year-old WIP, that's not very big. I'm feeling like I'm going to make this the year that I finish that. So, and I do still have, I want to say there's like some metallics and stuff in there that I haven't done. But I think it's gorgeous. Again, I would like to have it on my wall. Okay, next up is the one Prairie Schooler Santa I have started. This is 2016. Yeah. 2016 Santa. And this one, I believe I am stitching on a 7 count. I am stitching it with 6 strands. This is going to be, like, my idea is to have this as a centerpiece for the Prairie School Santas, and then basically try to stitch all of the Santas on different shades of brown and different counts, so they're all kind of different thing, and make it kind of like a gallery wall piece. But I'm still working on my first page. It's 7 count clustered. So that one is doable to finish, because I would, again, like to. The stitching with 6 strands on 7 count is, you would think it would go real fast, but you have to change out that thread a whole bunch. And then last one, what do I have here? Oh, this one. This is, I don't have a picture I can show you because I had it in a book. I started it, and I have a working copy of it, but I guess I gave away the book, donated the book, something. So it just kind of has sat here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to get this finished this year. It is a cottage with a horse and sleigh in the front. So hopefully y'all will get to see the end result. I don't know. If I knew what book it was from, I would try to locate the book, but I don't even know what book it's from, unfortunately. I do have, I think, information on the designer. Polly Carbonara Nori. And then this is just think this is stitched on a 32 count, 1/1 full cross. Oops, backwards. So I enjoy stitching on it, but it's been a minute since I have. Okay, that is my stack of WIPs. I feel like I'm missing a couple. Like I said, I know I have the Griffin one that I don't know where it is. And I'm also missing a couple of things that I bought that I don't know where they are because things are chaotic and I haven't been stitching and kind of things just get piled up in my closet. So that is my WIP parade. Oh, let me count and see. So things I think I can finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, even without using these like in the maybe pile, I should have enough to do 52. Most of them, if I just really got down to it, I could finish in like a night or two. And then work on some of these bigger, like the Christmas present ones that I still have like 10 to 15,000 stitches on, or 15 to 20,000 stitches. I don't know, because those are going to take a minute. But yeah, that is my update. It's good to be back. I am excited about stitching this year, and a couple of new starts, and hopefully finishing a whole bunch of things. I will be back with an update as soon as I am able. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do weekly updates, but I am going to strive to at least do as often as I can, and more than one a month, hopefully. So I will leave you with that, and I hope y'all have a happy new year. Bye.